So, team, I just wanted to give you a little update and actually a little bit of value from a call that I just had with one of our sales team. And this is a conversation around essentially it started as, I want to, how do I deal with the money concern or the money objection or the money challenge that they may have. So I want to probably put this and wrap this up in an overall process and overall maybe reframing for you on how you work through the conversation, and without having to feel like you're being pushy or you trying to get people to make a decision or anything else, because no part of us do you need to be making somebody do any of it, because it's all just a process of opening doors and inviting people through or leading them into the next part of the conversation. And if you come from that perspective that, number one, you are there to assess their application, and you frame that up right in the beginning. You say, hey, Andrew, it's great to have you on the call. My name is John, and my job today is to assess your application and listen into really what's driving you, the value you see in doing the journey program, and how it's going to really work out for you, and how it's going to add value to your life. And at some stage in this conversation, I'm going to let you know if I'm going to be awarding you a scholarship or not. And no matter which way it is, I'm going to let you know. But let's get started. Let's start by, I read your application. Tell me a bit about the accident that you had or whatever. So then you get into conversation. You have that conversation, and at some stage through that, you're going to know that, or you're going to feel that we've just got to that point where it's like, Andrew's up for this game. He's absolutely committed to this. He sees all the value in it. He's poured his heart out to you, and you go, Andrew, you know what? I'm just going to stop you right now. I'm at a point where I am totally bought in. I love who you are. I love what you stand for. I love that you're so committed to this journey, and I want to award you one of the scholarships. How does that sound? And let them respond to you. So that's the first door that you open, but you pre-frame that. So they are expecting that. And that way it also puts you on the front foot to be in the evaluation process all the time. So they go, yeah, that sounds amazing. What does that mean? So, well, actually it means that you can access one of the scholarship levels that I have. And there's multiple ones based on the kind of program that we're going to assess is going to be best for you. And what you've done with the journey at the moment. So I'm going to walk you through that, and based on where we get to, I'm going to then talk to you about the scholarship that I have available for it. And they vary from as little as $100 for our basic JMO program, all the way up to over €2,500 that I can put forward to journey practitioners doing the advanced level. So talk to me about, you've done the journey intensive, and you're looking to obviously move this forward. Does it sound like the entire program, which is the advanced, the conscious abundance, and you go, that does it sound like this is something that you really want to do with a business, and you actually want to take this and actually be serving other people and bringing this technology, or utilizing this technology in your business? Does that sound like the journey that you want to go through? And they're going to go, yeah, that's exactly it. Okay, great. So then the bundle product or the bundle that we're talking about here today is what this entire campaign is all about. It's about supporting people who want to become journey practitioners and they want to become business owners. And of course, what we've got as part of that is we've also got this great JMO process, which it's called Journey Method Online, but it's basically for 3 months at a time, or for 6 weeks at a time. You get to connect with a group of people who then teach you about the journey practices, and you actually get to do journey processes as part of that with people who are there online. So you actually get to move a whole bunch of your stuff, and you have a beautiful support community. And we're going to give you 4 cycles of that over 12 months for you, So you can actually do that multiple times. So basically what this bundle gives you as part of the scholarship fund is that the bundle's worth 7,000 odd euros, or whatever that number is. And essentially we're going to be able to give you 2,000 euros off that, or whatever it is. So it's going to come down to 5,000 euros, which means that you get the business bundle, the JP business bundle in there. You get all of the JMO, all 4 cycles bundled in there for free. Plus, you get money towards actually doing the Journey Practitioner program. How does that sound to you? Yeah, that sounds awesome. Or, I'm not too sure. Tell me a bit more. So you might go on to a little more of a conversation, or you might go, yeah, that sounds awesome. I'm ready for that. Or, oh, yeah, man, I was actually just thinking of doing like the next step. Just allow them to respond to your opening. So however they respond, if they go, yeah, great, I want to do the program, that's awesome. So it's the full price of it with your 2,000 euro scholarship. Now to that is 4,990 euros. Now, let me just check in with you. Is that something that's affordable for you now? And they're going to go, oh, yeah, maybe. Or let's say they go, no, that's, wow, I'm not too sure how to afford that. So okay, well, often people can actually split that on. We do that over 2 payments. We can do that, 2,500 euros now, and 1,490 euros in a month's time. Is that in the budget? Yeah, I'm not too sure. I think I don't think that's really anywhere close like that I can access. Okay, so do you think above 1,000 euros or below 1,000 euros, on a monthly payment plan, what would work better for you? And you go, oh, yeah, definitely below 1,000 euros. Okay, well, can we work on 700 euros? In a payment plan, could that work out for you? And let's say he goes, yeah, okay, that sounds good. Okay, great. So at 700 euros, if we take it over X amount of months, then that's going to work out to 6 months, whatever it is, 7 months. So that'll be seven months or 700 euros with your deposit of XYZ. Let's say it's 500 euros. And that includes a 10%, a small admin fee, which will be 500 euros. How does that work out? How does that feel for you? And they're going to go, oh, yeah, I'm not too sure. Okay, so what else is showing up for you right now? He goes, oh, I need to speak to my wife. I can't make a decision for that. You go, okay, so let's say you have that conversation with your wife tonight, and I'm going to send you an email, and I'll give you, all the information that you can share with her. And she goes, yeah, that's, she's really up to supporting you with this. I'm sure she is, because, from what I hear from you, it sounds like you're in a wonderful relationship. Then would there be anything else that would stop you from moving forward and doing the program? And I go, yeah, I'm not too sure about the timing. Okay, so I'm, in the email, I'm going to show you all of the different programs. There's a few of them that can be done online as well. And there's ones that are being done around the world. So you can actually access a number of different ones. And if you were to look at those, and because obviously you only have to do one at a time, and you can do it at your own pace, and you look at those and you go, yeah, I can make that work. Would there be anything else stopping you? So you just go through a process of elimination at that stage. And you may get to a point where they get to the end and like there's some overwhelm. They go, oh, I'm not too sure. I'm going to go, okay, that's all right. So take a deep breath. I go, it's all okay. Take a deep breath. It's all going to be okay. So let me just check in with yourself for a moment. Check in with yourself about, like, imagine you're doing this program and you're actually going through each one of the programs, and you're doing that over the next 12 months. How does that make you feel? I go, well, yeah, that sounds exciting. Like, I know, because you've been talking about that for the last 20 minutes, and I know how excited, I know how valuable this is to you. You've told me how valuable this is going to be to add to your practice and to be working with your clients. Now just check in and go, what else is showing up? Oh, I'm feeling a little fearful. Yeah, perfect. So just know that is absolutely perfect. This is that point of of transformation, where transformation happens, where you're excited and you're going forward because that's your heart, that's your gut going, yes, I'm ready for this. And then you've got all of the fears that are coming up, which is only coming from your mind, because your mind is the only thing that can give you that fear. And, well, hold on, let me just check. Are there any lions or tigers around you right now? And have a little bit of fun with that. And they go, no. Well, then great. There's nothing to be fearful for. Because that's the only other kind of fear that can show up, is that when you're actually under attack by something that's outside of you. They're going to go, yeah, no. But that's perfect. So we know that the only thing that creates the fear is the thing that's in our mind. And again, you've checked up in your body and you go, yes, you're absolutely excited and you're absolutely motivated to do this. So we know that the emotion and the gut always speak the truth. And you've already told me how much you want this. So let's make that happen. Are you ready for that? And they go, yes. Great. So you're always leading that. You're always leading them into the next part. And okay, so now he needs to have a conversation with his wife. So you go, okay, so what I'm going to do now, let's just work out a way that this can work for you so that you're clear on the conversation you're going to have with your wife. So, it's going to be $700. First of all, I'm going to take it. We're going to need a deposit of $500. So once we have that $500, that'll secure your scholarship. So that once that's secured, then the payment plan will be $700 a month for the next 7 months. That sound good? Awesome. Okay, I'm going to put that in an email to you. I'm going to put some details in the email to you that actually tell you about the program. It tells you all of the different things that you'll be going through. It will show you some dates, and you'll be able to have a great conversation with your wife about this. And I know that she's going to be in support of that, no matter what shows up for her. Yeah, and if something really big shows up for her, then the next conversation we're going to have, bring her on the call with me so I can help her through that as well, because that's my job. My job is to, number one, assess that this is the scholarship that's really for you and you're ready for it. And then to help you make that transformational decision that's going to shift and change a part of an area of your life, or maybe in your case, your entire life and your entire business. So for me to do that, I'll put the email together and I'll send that through tonight. And in the meantime, from there, have the conversation with your wife. Now, I've got only a few more people, or I have a number of slots that I have available for my scholarships, and I'm going to be closing up. I need to be closing up your scholarship within the next 48 hours. So can we get onto a call in the next 24 or 48 hours? Can we do that tomorrow? Is that going to be okay for you? Or can we do it in 2 days' time? And then they're going to tell you whatever. And if they have something that has to push it out a few more days, and do that. But set a framework by saying, hey, I only have a few more days to assign or apply the scholarships that I have to the people I'm speaking to. So I do need to actually complete on this conversation with you in the next 48 hours. So how's tomorrow? Can we have that conversation tomorrow? Because I'd really love you to obviously, get advantage of the scholarship that I have with you. And wrap it up from that. So hopefully that's a bit of a reframe, a re-way of kind of looking at each one of the conversations. And I hope that really helps you kind of feel a little bit more I don't want to say control, but in leadership of the conversation. People want to be led, and everything's a process. So once you're at that point where, let's say, the person's ready to go, then invite them in. Say, okay, so we're all good to go. So let me take you through the process of then registering your scholarship. And to register your scholarship, I'm going to need your details again. I'm just going to confirm your first name, last name, email address, phone number. So we've decided on your first program going to be at Conscious Abundance in France in a month's time. Congratulations, that's going to be awesome. It's going to be an amazing event with Brandon Bays. Awesome. So the payments that we're going to make that we've now spoken about, you want to do that on your MasterCard or on a Visa card? They may say Amex. You can also do Amex in most cases. So, okay, great. So your MasterCard details are, if you can give me the number on the front of your MasterCard, great. And then you're just putting that in, you're processing, you're just doing step by step. And you just take them through that. You get all the details from that. And then once you have all of that, you go, okay, great. So the first date of that's going to be tomorrow. The first payment is going to come off. Do make sure that potentially if there's any issue with your bank, sometimes it happens that banks block payments because the payment's going to come from, it might come from somewhere in Europe, from our Europe branch. So can you just if there's anything that you have that you need to let your bank know about, or make sure that the money's in there, make sure it's in there tomorrow, because the first payment will come out tomorrow. So you can just kind of again just frame that up, and once you've done that, you'll start. I'll send you the final email today, and I'll CC Claire in, and she will then let you know that that payment's gone through, and welcome you in as well from the journey side. And any other questions that you need, or anything that you need to change, it's going to be okay. You can actually go back to Claire and change it. So here was something else that came up in the conversation, which was, I need more time in that, and I'm still a bit uncomfortable, like it's going to really stretch me to do that payment plan. So also be clear with them. Just say, you know what? I know this is going to stretch you, and I know that you're up for the game. And we know that whenever we make a great decision, or a real true decision that's on purpose for us, then everything shows up from the universe to support us in actually making that happen. And of course, the moment you get started and you put your first your deposit down, you get access to the JMO program, and you can straight away start using the JMO program to actually start doing processes. So that that might actually be a few weeks from now or a month from now, depending on when the next one is. But just know that you've actually got that great support mechanism, and you can start processing stuff already and actually moving past some of your limiting beliefs or some of that deep set stuff that we get from our parents and we get from society. This whole thing around suppression and scarcity that's so deeply embedded in our psyche and in our bodies. So you're going to be able to get that as well. But also, I just know that, and I know that you do, that when you make a real commitment to yourself, then everything else shows up to support that. So it's going to be okay. And more so, it's going to be okay because we are not the bank Nazis. We're not the credit card guys. We're not the guys who are going to come back and send you horrible letters and go, oh, you missed a payment or something like that. If anything happens, like, your son, cuts his knee open and you've got to go, have some stitches or something like that, and you can't make the next payment, or something shows up, you just simply send us an email. Like, just say, hey, Claire, this is just what's happened in my life, and it's going to really stretch me to make this payment this month. And, if you can make a part of that payment, then, then just say to her, can I maybe pay 50% of that this month and the 50% next month? She's going to be okay. It's going to be all right. And if you miss 1 month, it's going to be okay as well. We're going to, we are in this with you to help make this work for you, because number one, we know you're committed to it, and we know that this is absolutely part of your life, and we're therefore committed to helping you make that happen. So let them know that it's really okay, and that they're there, that will be there for them, as well as you there for them. When you're talking them through this, and they're feeling a bit of stress, go, hey, I've got you. Andrew, it's going to be okay. I've got you. I'm right here with you, man. And I feel this. I can feel the stress on you, and it's going to be okay. I know that you're going to be okay. I can know you're committed. I can see you want this, and I know that the moment you make a decision, all of this is going to shift. And I'm right here. And we're right here with you all the way through to make sure you're okay. Feel that? Awesome, man. So let people know that you're there, that you're holding them, and that they're safe, that this is a safe space for them, that there's no pressure. And you can say, like, rather than, getting to a point where it's like, it's time for you to make a deposit, they may go, oh, I need to make this. That's absolutely perfect. I totally understand that. So, let's set up another conversation in tomorrow or the next day. I've got that much time, and, you frame it all up. But there's no need to push anybody into anything. You invite them in to take the next step. And if they're ready, you'll know. You'll know in that moment if they're ready to take step, because you've led them to that point. And if you've led them to that point and they haven't, and the objections have gone all the way through the elimination process, like the ones I've just taken you through, then I can tell you right now, you'll get to a point where you know that they're going to make a deposit or not. And if they got to a point where you got all of those there, and you know that they have to have that conversation with their wife, their brother, their sister, their mother, then that's great, because then now you're going to set the next appointment and do that, and then there's no talk about any of that. Or if none of that came up and you addressed the payment thing, the payment side of it, then go, so are we ready? Are we doing this? Yeah, let's go. Let's do it. Let me register your scholarship now. So rather than taking deposit, let me register your scholarship. Because that way you're registering it. And you've already said to them, number one is to put down a deposit of $500, which then secures your scholarship. So let me register your scholarship and secure it. Great, let's do that. So hopefully that's useful in the money part of it, and actually just in the process of leading people through a conversation. Love you all. Magical day. And give me feedback. Reach out if you need any more help around this. Ciao for now.